I am an introvert and often feel uncomfortable socializing with others. But somehow, I am going to talk about getting over the fear of socializing. But seriously, socializing is a scary thing. Finding the courage to walk up to people is as hard as finding a needle in a haystack. Even if one finally manages to find that courage, finding the right topic is another challenge. The old recording in my head will play the same old songs. What if they don't like me? What if I embarrass myself again? Therefore, at one point in my life, I genuinely think that it's better not to talk with anyone and be alone. However, there are downsides if one does not want to socialize. You build walls and push people away from you. With such inaction, the fear that I mentioned earlier might eventually come true, that people might not like you. The worst of all, not only you'll be alone, but you'll also be lonely. Hello, my name is Grisella Kristy. And if you want to avoid those ugly consequences from not wanting to socialize, I have some advices that could help you. I believe that if we want to be good at socializing, we have to first recognize the factors that are holding us back. The first example I, and perhaps maybe others, could relate to is that many people think that everyone hates them, that something is wrong with them even before they meet the person. Like, why would you think that? They don't know you yet. Well, this can be caused by our high and unrealistic expectation when we meet someone. Of course, we want to put our best foot forward, but at the same time, we are expecting something bad to happen. For instance, being awkward, making a mess in front of everyone, or accidentally saying something awful about someone without realizing. Our self-defense system will alert us that if those things would happen, it would be a nightmare. Second, people with social anxiety tend to have a low self-esteem. They don't have any confidence, are filled with negative thoughts, and are always criticizing themselves. They think that they are worthless and useless. It is sad to know, but that is just how they are wired to think about themselves. So how do we get rid of those factors? The first thing is to have a positive mindset. Remember, you are not hated, you are not going to embarrass yourself, and nothing bad will happen. If you do somehow manage to embarrass yourself, another important thing you must remember is that it is okay to make mistakes. I understand that you're scared of making a mess, but honestly, it is fine. You're a human, and it is normal to make mistakes. People won't take your mess seriously because they can make a mess too, and they will eventually forget about it. You have the ability and choice to change your mind and think of positive things if you ever think of negative things again. How about our low self-esteem? With the context of social anxiety, let's say that a person has turned a conversation into a disaster. They become critical and call themselves a failure. What is the solution to this? The first thing to do is to accept what has already happened. As much as you want it to be gone, it cannot disappear. Next, realize that everyone can make mistakes, including you. Like what I have said before, it is normal to make a mess. Then you must be aware that if you make a mistake once, it does not make you a failure for the rest of your life. You still got a lifetime ahead of you to make things right. Criticize yourself to learn from your mistakes, not to bring yourself down. In terms of overcoming the fear of socializing, learn how to talk to people. Even if you have to make a research or make a plan, do it. Do what is best for you. With that being said, if I could give a more practical solution, it would be making a plan. Start with talking with the people that you often meet, like your parents or friends. Slowly and gradually, speak up in class or office. It doesn't matter what people think. What matters is that you did it, and that is part of the progress. When talking with those you never met, understand what kind of people you're meeting with. Then find the right topics to discuss with them. If you really don't know who you're meeting with, you can get to know them as a person by asking basic information about them, such as where do they come from, what are their hobbies, are they working or not, if they are, what is their profession. In other words, it is important to have that genuine feeling of curiosity, of wanting to know about the person that you talk to. As someone who used to have the fear of socializing, being alone was like a comfort zone to me, since I don't need to interact with anyone. But I thought to myself a lot, do I want to keep living like this? Is my life going to get any better if I distance myself from everyone? The answer is no. Because the more I distance myself from everyone else, the more it becomes lonely and scary. People might get the perception that you don't need anyone in your life. So for those who are still living in fear, I know it's tough, I know it's hard, but eventually you have to get out there and get over that fear. An American poet, Robert Frost, once said, "The only way out is through." So, try to get through what scares you, get through what's holding you back, then you'll find a way to escape from that pit hole. That is all for me. Thank you.